6 months ago, if you had triple-negative breast cancer that had already spread after chemotherapy, your options were running out. Today there are results from a trial that oncologists are calling a genuine paradigm shift, and the majority of patients who qualify have never been told this exists. Triple-negative breast cancer is the most aggressive subtype. No estrogen receptor. No progesterone receptor. No HER2 amplification. That triple-negative means the 3 most common targeted therapies in breast cancer cannot touch it. For decades, chemotherapy was essentially the only tool. And when chemo stopped working, the conversation got very dark very fast. Around 15% of all breast cancer diagnoses are triple-negative, and in metastatic disease the 5-year survival rate has historically hovered below 12%. Those numbers have not moved much in 30 years. Until now. The trial you need to know about is ASCENT-04, a phase 3 randomized study evaluating sacituzumab govitecan, the antibody-drug conjugate sold under the brand name Trodelvy combined with pembrolizumab, the checkpoint inhibitor most people know as Keytruda, in patients with untreated metastatic triple-negative breast cancer whose tumors express PD-L1. The results were presented at the 2024 San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium and published simultaneously in the New England Journal of Medicine, and they stopped the room. Patients on the combination had a median progression-free survival of 11.2 months compared to 5.6 months on chemotherapy plus pembrolizumab. That is not a marginal improvement. That is the disease staying controlled twice as long. In a cancer this aggressive, doubling the time before progression is not a statistic, it is months of life that feel like life. Here is how this works in your body, in plain language. Pembrolizumab is an immunotherapy that essentially removes the brakes your tumor has placed on your immune system, allowing your own T cells to recognize and attack the cancer. Sacituzumab govitecan is an antibody-drug conjugate. Think of it as a precision missile. The antibody portion locks onto a protein called TROP2, which is overexpressed on the surface of triple-negative breast cancer cells at dramatically higher levels than on normal tissue. Once it locks on, it delivers a chemotherapy payload called SN38 directly inside the cancer cell, killing it from the inside while largely sparing surrounding healthy tissue. When you combine these two mechanisms, immune activation and targeted payload delivery, you get a synergistic attack that neither drug achieves alone. The FDA granted this combination full approval in December 2024 for first-line treatment of PD-L1 positive unresectable locally advanced or metastatic triple-negative breast cancer. This is not a compassionate use situation. This is not available only at major academic centers. This is an approved treatment that any oncologist in the United States can prescribe today. Who specifically qualifies? You need a confirmed diagnosis of unresectable locally advanced or metastatic triple-negative breast cancer. Your tumor must test PD-L1 positive using the CPS scoring system, a combined positive score of 10 or higher. Critically, this approval is for first-line treatment, meaning patients who have not yet received systemic therapy for their metastatic disease. If you were previously treated for early-stage disease and your cancer has now come back or spread, you may still qualify. The trial enrolled patients with prior neoadjuvant or adjuvant therapy as long as it was not for metastatic disease. The safety profile showed higher rates of neutropenia and diarrhea compared to the control arm, which are manageable with dose modifications and supportive care, and the trial's investigators at institutions including Memorial Sloan Kettering, MD Anderson, and Massachusetts General Hospital documented no new unexpected safety signals. There is also a parallel story developing for patients who are PD-L1 negative. TROPION-Breast02 is a phase 3 trial currently enrolling at over 200 sites globally, testing datopotamab deruxtecan, another TROP2 targeted antibody drug conjugate specifically in PD-L1 negative metastatic triple-negative breast cancer, which has historically had even fewer options. If your tumor tested PD-L1 negative and you felt excluded from this wave of progress, that trial may be your direct path in. The NCT identifier is NCT05374512 and enrollment is actively ongoing. Now here is exactly what you do with this information. If you have metastatic triple-negative breast cancer and have not yet started treatment for metastatic disease, your first call tomorrow morning is to your oncologist to ask 3 specific questions. Ask whether your tumor has been tested for PD-L1 expression using the CPS scoring system. Ask whether sacituzumab govitecan plus pembrolizumab is appropriate for your first-line treatment given the ASCENT-04 data. Ask whether your oncologist has reviewed the December 2024 FDA approval language. If your oncologist is not a breast cancer specialist, ask for a referral to one immediately. The nuances of this approval require subspecialty expertise. If your tumor is PD-L1 negative or if you have already received prior therapy for metastatic disease, go to ClinicalTrials.gov and search the exact phrase triple-negative breast cancer TROP2 antibody-drug conjugate. Filter by recruiting status and your country. The Susan G. Komen Foundation has a clinical trial matching service reachable at komen.org that provides free one-on-one guidance from oncology nurses who specialize in exactly this. Force, the nonprofit focused on hereditary cancer, also maintains updated trial lists specifically for triple-negative patients with BRCA mutations, which represent a meaningful subset of this diagnosis. If your doctor says this does not apply to you, ask them to document specifically why in your chart. Ask whether a second opinion at an NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center would be appropriate. Most major centers offer rapid second opinion consultations, and many can be done by telemedicine within 1 to 2 weeks. This approval exists. The data is real. And the only thing standing between a patient who qualifies in this treatment is whether they know to ask for it. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you are sitting with a triple-negative breast cancer diagnosis right now, yours or someone you love, I want you to know that the weight of that is real and you deserve every piece of information that exists. I genuinely made this video for you. I want to ask you something in the comments. Have you or your oncologist already discussed PD-L1 testing or the ASCENT-04 data? And if so, what was that conversation like? Your experience could be exactly what someone else watching this video needs to hear. Next week, we are covering a development that is about to change how ALS patients access experimental therapies, a video we are calling the ALS trial loophole that neurologists are finally talking about, and you do not want to miss it. Hit subscribe so that video is waiting for you the moment it goes live. You are not navigating this alone. Clinical trial news exists for one reason, and that is to make sure no patient ever misses a breakthrough because no one thought to tell them.